Hey YouTube. Okay, so we are on Saturday the 20th of September. Ooh, 3 days until my birthday. Wow. Yeah, so that's coming up. And I'm quite excited about this one. I don't know if any of you know The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. So this year I turned the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So I'm actually quite excited about it. I've been looking forward to 42 for a while. So not that I'm wishing my life away, but yeah. Anyways, September. So I'll tell you about where the idea comes from and all sorts of things. It was actually quite serendipitous in a way, I guess. So and also, like, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to do September, but I don't have a prompt for it. Yes, we do. I'm going to do flower or flowers. Sure, we've gotten through quite a few of these things. I mean, what do I still have? We've got packaging, paperclip, acetate, postcard, mushroom, number 5 to go. And again, there's no rule which says you have to do all of these things. You don't even have to follow the prompt list if you don't want to, but the idea is to use up your scraps. Now, I know, again, I feel like I'm cheating, but I'm not really, because yeah, what I want to call this is Secret Garden. And I got this idea from Natasa at Treasure Books. The video was about a year ago. I shall link the video in the description. I had to go and search for it. I really did. I looked long and hard for it, and I managed to find it. So that video was called Project Ideas for Full-Size Magazine Images. So I'm going to call this Secret Garden, just because that's what I want to call it. I'm going to put my own little twist on it, just because I want to. Yeah, so funny enough, because these are also going to go into Gran's journal, I got all of these garden home books from Gran when I bought her house many years ago. So before she moved to the old age home, she sold her house to me. And yeah, so she gave me all of her gardening magazines. So I think it's actually quite nice, almost that it's like a turnaround, you know, that's some of it goes back to her and in her journal. Speaking of, we went to go and visit her today. She loves the journal so far, and I said to her, Gran, there's still so much to do. Yeah, so, and she was telling me how she's going to send my aunt to the shop and go and buy little stickers, and she wants to put this in and that in. So I think she's quite excited for it, so I'm very happy. So I gave her a bit of a sneak peek today. Yes, so Secret Gardens. Shout outs, because I keep forgetting to do shout outs. Shout outs to all of you subscribers. I'm so glad that you're all here. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know where you're from. Let me know your name, where you're from, what brought you to my channel. If you want to share that information with me, that would be lovely. I forgot to do a shout, well, I didn't really forget to do a shout out to Linny P. What happened was I filmed, and then after I filmed, I see that she had posted a little comment on one of my videos. So a special shout out to Linny P today. And again, my crafting besties, Maggie and Debs, I usually link their handles in my description as well, just because the three of us kind of came together during August's 3 under 30, JJ 3 under 30, and we've kind of like sparked this little friendship, which is so awesome and so cool. So I like to just, you know, give encouragement to go over and to check them out. If anybody else would like me to give you a shout out and to put your page in my your channel into my description, please let me know. Just reach out and let me know if that's what you want me to do, because I'm happy to do that. I think it's so important that we all kind of share the love and encourage each other's channels and help each other to grow, because I think that's very important. Anyways, yeah, so shout outs to my usuals as well, everybody who comments and likes and shares, and obviously who has subscribed. I've already said that. Okay, I'm just getting some things out of the journal because I'm going to need the journal to measure on just now, and to open it up again because I keep closing it. I have not finished those other two smaller journals yet, but the muse has struck. And what I wanted to say about the serendipity part of this was I went back and watched Natasha's video on how to do this, and she too said the muse struck, so she went with it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's where I am. I know I've got, sorry, I've got to put it on the fan again, if you hear the funny noise. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I've got these other ones to do, but the muse has struck, so I'm going with it. Anyways, on with it. I did do a bit of a flip through this one already, and there's some really gorgeous images in here. I should have maybe marked them off a little bit, but we'll get there. I'm sure they will pop back out at me at some point. You can see I've already started ripping through this. There we go, there we go. Look at these. So, you know, you get these beautiful one-page images, and you're like, what am I going to do with them? So I am going to rip this one out because I think this one is so stunning. This one's got too much writing on for my liking, even though I could even cut it down if I really wanted to. But yeah, I'm just trying to work it so I don't rip it too badly, because this image that I want is simply divine. Look at that, it's coming out quite nicely. Don't jinx it. Do not jinx it now. I know it wants to tear a little bit. Okay, it's fine if it tears a little bit. Let me just work this out again. So guys, I don't know how long this video is going to take because there's quite a lot I want to do on this. I would like to make 4, but I will not do that to you guys. I'll just make 1. Okay, it's fine. It is ripping a bit, but that's really not a problem. As long as I've got most of this image, I'm happy. Ooh, okay, so, oh, it's so pretty. Very, very pretty. I'm going to put that up there because there's some other images up there that I'm going to use just now. Alright, measuring. Yeah. So let's choose a page. I want maybe one of these flip outs. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to do a quick measurement here just with my ruler for now and see. It's about 15 centimeters, so maybe 13. Yep, I like 13. Ooh, that's all falling out. Still need to put a paper clip on that. By 22.5, so maybe let's make it 13 by 20. Okay, 13 by 20, and I hope I remember which page that was on now. The reason why, so Natasha uses a full page and she folds it in half. I don't want to do that because I'm going to stick this down flat and I don't want to lose half of the image. So what I'm going to do is I am going to measure off 13. I really don't like this ruler because I can't see where the 0 is. It's about just less than half of this. And also, like, which side do I use? Okay, I'm going to measure it right to the end of my ruler. I'm going to make myself a little pencil mark there. I know that you won't be able to see it really. There, and from this side I'm going to do 13 from there. Okay, then I'm going to use my little cutting knife thingy. Don't need it all the way out, and I'm just going to line up those 2 marks. I think I can even use the rest of this if I really wanted to. I was hoping to make like 2 out of 1 page, but that might be a bit too skinny now for what I want to do. Okay, alright, I think that's straight. Here's hoping. Cool. Right, that can go to the side because I can use it later. And then I said by 20. This is more than likely in the Cape. It looks like the Cape. Maybe part of Table Mountain, I'm not too sure. But anyways, it's quite interesting. So now what I want to do is get this down to 20, but I want to kind of see where I want the image to, which is the best part of the image here to kind of cut up. As much as I'd like to use the whole image, it's not going to fit then. So I think maybe to the top of the tree line there, but I'm trying to look for a good marking place. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to mark off here at the 20. mark up here, the edge of my ruler, slide it down. I've lined it up on 22 at the bottom here, so I know that I just need to mark off at 20 and the top of my ruler. Obviously centimeters, guys. But I mean, this is according to Grand's journal size, so you do you. You do whatever you want to do. Whatever measurements suit you. Okay, let's line those up. Give that a trim. Do I want to keep this? No, I'm not going to keep that. The top of the mountain I might keep. That's really pretty. There we go. It looks a bit skewed to me, but find the edge of my ruler up there. Seems okay. Maybe it's just the angle that I'm at. Yes, I'm going to keep that piece. Put that one aside. Alright, so like I said, now Natasha goes ahead and she folds hers all in half. So what I did was I grabbed out some of those distress papers that I made the other day. I was thinking about these sort of music ones where it's got the words and the chords on. And I was like, what am I actually really going to use it for? So I'm going to actually back this onto this. But not just yet, because I want to make my secret garden. And it will all make sense in a mo, I promise. So I think I want like 3 pockets along here. I think so. I think I want 3 pockets. 10, 5. Okay, I'm going to mark them off at, oh, I'm going to turn it over and mark them off at 5 centimeter intervals. Again, you do you. You can have lots of pockets. You can have slanted pockets. You do you. This one I'm going to make straight, and maybe the next one I'll do a few slanted pockets. Okay, I'm just marking off just to give myself some guidelines. It looks skew again. I don't know why. Maybe it's my glasses today that just don't really work very nicely. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting a bit of a bow in my vision. Okay, so Natasha suggests about a finger space on each side, right? So I know now that I mustn't cut past here-ish, and other finger, watch me use my left hand here. Okay, so I don't want to go past here. She doesn't actually really do this, she just eyeballs it. Because, you know, we like that thing called eyeballing. But I want to be a little bit more precise today. Just because. Where's that mark now? 22, 22. Okay, so I don't want to cut past there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to line up my ruler, and I'm going to line up those 2 marks, right? That, and I'm going to cut in between those 2 lines that I drew over there. Just give it a little bit of a slit through, right? I'm just going to do a double here. It feels like it's gone through. Okay. Now I've drawn 2 lines there and I don't remember which one's the right one. Let's see. It's about 2 centimeters. Oh, guys, now I can't remember. It's fine. It's a guesstimate anyways. From there to there, and I'm going to just make little slits, and from here to here, and make little slits. There we go. I think that should be fine. Right, now I'm going to back it onto here, but I'm not sure which side, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be stuck flat anyways. So I think I'm going to glue it on this way. Alright, so here comes straight. Check out my glue dangle. I actually moved one of the charms, so that's how that turned out. Oh, and I said that I'd show you the other one. There's the other one, the blue one. I think they turned out lovely. Anyways, I digress. There we go. I'm going to just use my white PVA for this. What I do want to do is make sure that these edges are glued really well. I will sew around this as well, so I'm not going right to the edge, but I'm going as close as I can to the edge because I want to sew around all of this. And we definitely want a sealed pocket at the bottom here. Now I know that you're going to battle to see where I've done those cut lines, but you'll just have to trust me on this. I'll show you how to close up those in a mo. Putting the glue, there we go. My hand's still a little bit sore in here now that I'm squeezing the bottle again. I'm like, ooh, muscle memory. I remember when my hand was so sore. Those patches helped like you can't believe. This morning my hand was feeling so much better. But now that I'm squeezing the glue bottle again, I'm like, be careful. Okay, gluing right up, well, as close as I can to the edge there. Now what I want to do is I want to glue above the cut lines that I made so I can see where they are. I'm going to glue right across just above that cut line, but I'm going right across my page. I'm not going to stop because remember I only cut up to like there and there. And again, above the glue, above the cut line, so I'm going like a couple of millimeters just above because remember when I glue it down now the glue is going to smush out. So I'm not going quite on the cut above the cut line, but very close. Okay, and going right across the page. There we go. Easy peasy. Let me put my glue pen back into my bottle. If I can see what's going on here. There we go. I did make them a little bit top heavy, but once you've got the glue in the bottle, they're not too bad because sometimes they go dunk. But it seems to be doing its job. Okay, enough jabber jabbering. Let me plump this down. Okay, very carefully. I'm not too worried where I'm going to put it because again, you're not going to really see this underside page. So, plopping it down, giving that a bit of a smush. Where is my smusher? Where's my smushy thing? Oh boy. Bone folder we'll have to do because I know where that is. So I'm just going to run my bone folder kind of gently over this, right? But I do want to make sure that these little pockets are going to seal now. So I am going to give it a bit of an extra bit of a thing. Smush down. Okay. Right. Cutting this out. Yeah, I could even reinforce those things. I think next time, the next one that I make, I'll actually reinforce just below that cut line. I'm just thinking, you know, ripping and stuff later on. But that's fine. Let's go for it. So now I'm going to cut it out. So yeah, I am considering this part of Scraptember because I've got all of these gardening magazines, and as you can see I've already kind of had a dig in that gardening magazine. There was a few things which had already been cut out, so as far as I'm concerned my gardening magazines are part of my scraps anyways, so, and we make projects from them, so that is my motivation or my reasoning for making this a part of Scraptember. Okay, so now you must be wondering, okay, what's up with the secret garden thing? Well, we'll see in a mo. Let me just cut this all out. Okay, there we go. Cutting, almost done. Okay. Guess what? More for my other scrap pile. These two, I'm not going to keep. I shall get rid of those. Alright, so why is it a secret garden? Because you've got this beautiful image on a page. Wow! But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find other little pieces of like gardening things, and I'm going to make little journaling cards to go inside there. and inside here, and inside here. You see the glue got stuck there a little bit. That's why I'm saying don't go too close towards the edge with the glue, because you want your pockets to still be able to open. I'm actually recutting it here. It's okay. You know what, I'm not even too worried that's now glued itself down. I don't want to rip it. So the little journaling spot that I'll make for there, I'll make sure that it doesn't go past there. There we go. So secret garden, because it's got secret tuck spots like that, right? I know, so simple but so sweet. I think it's fantastic. Anyways, let me do some stuff off camera so I don't bore you too much with all of this. I'm going to sew around this. I'm going to choose some other images, back them onto tea-dyed paper to make the little cards to go in there. Let him come say goodnight.
Okay.
Good night, my sweetheart. I love you. CP tight. Do you want to put your hand there?
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Hello everyone.
Can we say good night?
Good night, sweetheart. I love
I
you.
like this.
And that's good.
Do you like that? Just be careful,
Okay.
there's a pin in there. See, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
It's for my glue. Look,
Out of Nasa's office.
look at that.
Okay.
That's right, it's the left.
Puppy.
Cool, hey?
Say bye,
Yeah.
Leonard.
Okay.
Okay. I want to show my hands as well.
Yeah, show your hands.
Proof of life.
Proof of love.
I really do exist. Come, let's
Love
go,
you
puppies.
guys.
Love you, love you.
Oh, let me put that one's face here too. Come here, Bobby.
Bobby, come here, come here. Mommy wants to show.
No, next time.
We'll take a photo and you can put it on. It'll be better.
I had to share some family moment with you there. My little guest stars. I was actually sitting here and the recording was paused and I heard it was bedtime and little Lodgy was going, yeah, but I want to say goodnight to Mouse, and the other adults are going, yeah, but she's recording, and I was like, actually I'm not, but I am going to, and that's why I said no, let them come in and say goodnight. So yeah, my little guest artists, well, guests, they are little artists too, and my hubby and my beautiful daughter. Yeah, so what I did was I took that other half, this, whichever side I cut it off of now, I can't remember. I've trimmed down a piece because it was sticking out funny, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to actually go like this, because then it's, again, it's more of that secret garden vibe, you know. Where did this one come from? Must have been here somewhere. Yeah. So there we go, there's my little secret garden pockets. This one I think goes this way. There we go. Very cute. And I can stagger them like that a little bit. Very cute. I love it. I love it. So there's my little secret garden. And yeah, I just backed those onto, again, some of that distressed paper that I made the other day. Just like that. I think I want to do one more with you, and I'm going to do a bit of a variation on it. And then that one in the top. There we go. Then let me just grab this. Here it comes. And which page did I say I was going to put it on again? This one, because I remember this thing kept falling out there. So yeah, this one is going to be my little secret garden in there. I think that's going to look lovely. Yeah, I think so. Let's glue it in. I just don't know how to hold everything. Oh my gosh. Let's maybe try this trick. See if it can just hold on to each other. No. Another one. I'm going to overlap them a little bit. It's chunky. It's very chunky. Okay. Yeah. No. I am going to go for my strong glue because I really don't want this moving around at all. And because I've got that extra sewing there. So I am going to go for the strong glue. Stinky stuff. Because I don't want this moving anywhere. Going keep saying this, but I think I need to send my sewing machine in for a service. You can see from the back it's not very happy. There we go. Kind of centering it as best as I can. Let's let that go. It's a little bit skew, but it's okay. I don't know how to smush it down. Oh goodness. Clip. Let's just use this clip in here, just to kind of get it to just tack a little bit in place so it doesn't move. Another big clip. I'm missing the clip again, am I? No, I'm not. It's just fallen. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm doing things funnily now. Slide that one in there. And other clip. No, that's a small one. Other big clip. Let's just hold it down. Okay. And let's just hope that sticks nicely. I mean, I could turn this again into a pocket again, but I think there's enough pockets and tuck spots in here, that's for sure. Moving that out the way just for 2 seconds because I want to go through my magazine again. Oh, I've got to put that back in as well. I want to go through my magazine again and see if there's another, see what I mean? Scraps falling out all over the place. I don't even know where that came out of. Again, instead of using that spare piece, I could have cut out like these images, you know, and backed them onto some distress paper. And yeah, look at these are beautiful. I think I'll do that in the next one. These are gorgeous. And you know, use these images as little writing spots. I mean, beautiful image. Oh, beautiful, one of a kind. How stunning would that be if we could get, you know, one section? But it's not quite the image I'm looking for. Rock gardens, what do we call them? Rockeries. I think they are so beautiful. When I lived with my paternal grandparents, we used to have a beautiful rockery. I mean, look at these images. They are just so gorgeous. This one's stunning. I just want to see if there's one with a bit more color to it. You know, even because I'm cutting them down, I mean, that would be perfect, but I don't want the words on there really. Let's see if there's another one. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at that. I think that could be gorgeous. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that one out. In fact, I'm just going to try and cut it a little bit. Obviously I'm going to have to trim it down a bit because it's going to be too wide to put onto a page. Yeah, but I just want to show you a little bit of a variation of what I wanted to do here. Let's get that back out the way. Alrighty. Let me choose another page. I definitely want a flippy out page, but not too close to this one. And I don't want to do that opposite page. I want to... Let's do this blue one. Why not? Let's do the blue flip out. Oh, what am I doing? No, I need my ruler. Which is somewhere, I'm sure. Ruler. Where did I put the ruler? Oh, my hat. I can't find my ruler. I'm sure it's somewhere. Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay, measuring off how big this is. Again, about 12 and a half. So let's maybe go 11. Also 11 by 20. I think that should be perfectly fine. Remind me, guys, I need to put this back in there. I don't know how you're going to remind me, but I hope I remember. Let's see. how tall this is anyways. Oh, it's just under 20, so that's lovely. I'm going to trim it off here because I've already got a line that I can use, and I know that these are quite straight. Oh, they should be. They printed in a magazine. Oh yeah, my Yorkies didn't want to come say hello, but there's a feature of them too. The little yappers. Yep. Okay. Right, and I set by 11, so I'm going to have to see where I want to kind of snip this down. I think there-ish. Pencil. Still got my pencil. I want to just take this edge off while I'm at it. Alright, and now I'm measuring. I said 11, right? I mean, I could make it go onto that blue page as well, but then you're going to have a fold in it, which no, we don't really want. I think that's a really good section to have. Let me see, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. No, let's go back. 10. Between there and there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I'm using my 12 as my marker for the edge, and I'm going to mark here at 11 and at the end of my ruler. And again, moving it down to 12, 11, and the edge of my ruler. And I'm just going to go for it. I can't even see my mark now. There it is. I gotcha. There and there. Give that a trim down. And the other side. I'm not losing too much of the image, which is quite nice. You know, I said to you the other day that when I went to the bookstore, I took all of my gardening magazines, well, a lot of my gardening magazines back because they had, like, you know, the real life pictures, but now I'm starting to regret that a bit. It happens. There are plenty of gardening books at that little shoppy, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, there is a bit of a fold in this paper from when I distressed it. So I can just pull it out a bit. Alright, we are going in with the PVA. Oh, no, not yet. That was close. That was very, very close. Again, I think I'm going to stick to, let's maybe try 4 pockets. 4 pockets. And this was about 20 if I wasn't mistaken, yeah. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I can put in 5 pockets. Well, not really. Marked off its 4 centimeter intervals. That's 12, 8. It gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets, yes. I'm mathing. 12, 8, and 4. Okay. And remember I said I want about a finger space. So I know where to cut up until. And again about a finger space. Oh, I said I wanted to make a bit of a variation on this one, didn't I? I wanted to do slanted pockets on here. Let me see. I can make that happen. there's my mark there. So what happens if we make this side like a centimeter higher than the other side? I mean, this you could just eyeball really if you really wanted to, but I think I want to be a bit more precise. So let's say we went here, here. I'm going to make them a little bit longer so I can see which ones I'm looking for. And 3 centimeters. Okay, my variations. Let's hope this works. Sure it will. So yeah, you can make your pockets slanted, you can make them straight, you can alternate the slants if you wanted to. It's a bit difficult to do it this way. From there to there. See, what I could have done now is gone this way again. Yeah, let's do it. So let's make this 1 centimeter higher on this side. I'm going to measure off somewhere where I'm going to get a true centimeter. Okay. I know what I'm doing might not make sense right now, but we're going for it. It's not much of a slant there, but there is a slant. Oh, what am I doing? How embarrassing. Like, I don't know where my mind was there for a second. This one, where's my mark down to there? Now let's try and keep it on the ruler. Thank you. Okay, and then this one I want to go the other way again. So there's my mark, there is my 1 centimeter mark up from there, and away from there to about there. Slanted pockets. It's doing it again. What am I doing? This time I was concentrating. Oops. Okay, so modifications which I think need to happen. I am going to use just some masking tape for this. I did suggest maybe washi tape, but I don't want to waste my washi tape, so we'll just use masking tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting my masking tape just underneath that cut line, because I'm just a little bit worried that they might rip. So a little bit of a modification on this one, and of course it will cover up my boo-boo cutting where I was not cutting up against the ruler. That should fix that. So kind of just reinforcing those cut lines from the inside. Can't quite see those lines too well. I'm sure you can't see them at all. But you'll get what I'm doing. Okay, last one. I really did do a bit of a mess up there. Let's just see if I can get it to lay flat again, and then just put some masking tape over it. My nerves. Just underneath. There we go. Let's try and lift this off now. I mean, you could go ahead and use washi tape, but like I said, I'm not going to waste my washi tape on something that I'm not going to see. Small scissors rather. Just trimming these off for now. I'll get on with it, I promise. I'll show you the gluing again. And this time I think I'm actually going to glue even higher up, because on the previous one some of the pockets did squash closed because of glue seepage. In fact, you know what? I'm going to use the B6000 for that. I'm battling to see what I'm doing here. Oh, come on now. Concentration. There we go. Oh my word, get off of me. Okay, other side. Guys, now I can't remember if I mentioned Margaret and Tony in my shout outs. I suppose I'll figure that out when I go to editing, but just in case I didn't, obviously shout outs to Margaret and Tony. Margaret from Seven Plaza and Tony, Coffee by Tony, because they're the ones who are kind of hosting this collaboration of September. So just shout outs just in case I forgot to. Okay, there we go. Right, now again, where am I going to glue? I'm going to glue just above the cut lines. So now that I've got the tape on there, you can see I'm going to glue just above there, just above there, just above there, just above there, and right around at the bottom. But I am going to go in with this glue because it doesn't spread as badly. First of all, around all the edges. And remember, I am going to sew these. But I will have to wait a little bit because this glue and my sewing machine needle don't really like each other too much. Okay, now you're going to be able to probably see better. So you'll see this one's going to be quite a that one's not going to be a pocket. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. I'm going to glue there. Okay, just above the cut line. Here, just above the cut line. So these are going to be quite shadow pockets. I've confused myself now. Just above the cut line. Yeah, so they're going to be shadow pockets just above the cut line. Happy. My scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to plonk it down. Remember, I want to rub just above the cut lines because that's where my glue is. Okay, there you have it. Right, another secret garden. And yeah, again, I'm calling them secret garden because when you look at it like that, it just looks like an image. You don't know that there's those little secret pockets. And the reason why I chose flower, well, because gardens have flowers in them, and my first one had lots of flowers on, so it's okay. This is me reasoning with myself here. Justifications of how I can use this as part of September. Because yeah, I guess there's only what, another 10 days to go, and then we're at the end of September again. Okay, here we go. So obviously I'm going to sew around that. Let me quickly do some of these. I think I like these. They kind of the perfect size, kind of. I'm just going to cut them out. In fact, let me not do that. Let me take this. Will they fit there? No, but they will definitely fit there. So let me just trim down this side though. Okay, going to go for PVA glue. Yeah, I got a bit worried when Lindsay grabbed the glue pin. I was like, oh, there's a pin in there. There's a pin in there. I like this mouse. Okay, just be careful trying to poke yourself. The other evening I was sewing and he was so fascinated by the sewing machine, but he didn't realize how the machine was actually working, you know, with the pedal. And he's like, mouse, how's it just moving like that? I was like, it just does, my boy, because I didn't want him to figure out that there's a pedal. So that was fun. I'm just trying to see if I got that glue in the right place there and come up just a little bit more. Yeah, so he was just so fascinated that this machine just worked. You know, and the material was just going through it. Well, it was when I was making those snippet rolls, so yeah. It's hurting again. It's fine, I got 2 of those plaster thingies, so that should help in case I do some more damage again. It was so funny because Debs and I had both had what did she call them? A craft injury. She's made herself a little bump on her thumb here obviously from cutting. So it's fun and games. Occupational hazards of being a crafty, right? So I need another 2 images there, probably about the same size ish. And like I said, this book is full of them. I mean, look at those. Just don't like the number on them. I know some people are crazy about numbers, but for this specific project, no. Hey, and there's a number 5, and that's one of the prompts, but I won't do so. Yeah, this is so lovely about these garden home magazines, because you know there's all sorts of things in here. It's not just gardens. I was just looking at some of those paintings there, you know, kind of a little painting if you wanted to. But I'm going for the gardens. Lovely magazine, hey? I'll tell you now when this one was from. Oh, these little doggies. Oh, cute. Good little dogs. I think the more gardening things were where I was, where my hand is. See? Look how lovely. These featured homes and stuff. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Sorry guys, I know this might be a little bit boring. Maybe you're enjoying me flipping through this beautiful magazine, I don't know. But I definitely want more flower images. I mean, there's so many. Don't even know. I remember I said I wanted to do these ones. Let's do them. I'm going to cut this. They might be a bit tall, so these ones will probably go in the bottom pockets. I need to, I can cut them down. Oh. Yes, I'm cutting into that picture, but it's fine. Hello? That thing keeps falling off, but maybe it's a good thing, reminding me that, hey, you remember you said we were going to put us back in the journal. I just want to have a quick squish. You see there's smaller ones that I could have used, but I really want those cheetahs, so I think let me cut this one out. Very carefully. Put a big one in that bottom pockets, and then let's have a look, see at these ones. Oh, that's the problem, is you turn the page and you're like, oh, that one's pretty, that one's pretty. I like these ones. I'm going to cut those. Sorry, so quiet. Because I needed 5 images. Yeah, we had 5 pockets. Do we have 5 pockets now? Oh, that one's got a bit of that going into it. I don't like that. Cut these 2 off. I'm surprised the little escape artist hasn't come giggling down the passage. Mum's putting them to bed quite early. It's nice. Well, they've had late nights the past few nights, so early to bed. For them, little people. Taking that out. What is my husband watching? Actually, almost sounds American. Maybe it's baseball. For those South Africans who didn't know, there's actually quite a big baseball community in South Africa. I didn't know that until I met Woz. That there was such a big craze about baseball. Like, I really thought that was just very American. Little house, little lemon tree. Quite like that. Oh, these houses are just so gorgeous. That one looks a little bit big. Let's see if we can find another small one. Here we go. She says turn another page. I'm going to cut this one out. Oh yes, I was going to tell you what year this magazine was. Oh, there it is. June 2011. Sounds like there's somebody at the gate. I don't know, they must sort it out. I am recording now. I'm just pretending to. Okay, so my extra images and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm happy. I've got the ones that I want. I'm going to just put that out the way and glue these last few on here. Oh, beautiful. That's going to fit there so nicely. Oh, what I forgot to do, I glued those on wrong because I wanted that to be writing space. I should have glued them on this side, right? Oh well. Oh well, these things happen. You can just glue another sheet over that. Oh, that's pretty too. No, I wanted the little cheetahs there. Now you see, this is why we have got glue pins. Exactly why we've got glue pins, guys. Remember to put the glue pin back in the glue. Okay. Okay, once I have glued these on, I shall sew them off camera and I will be back with you shortly to show you my next secret garden. Just make sure there's ample glue on there. Screw that down there. I'm going to have to make a plan with that because now that's can't be a journaling spot now, can it? I think I've actually now glued it too close to this other one. Ah! Cut that piece off. I don't know how close this is going to be, but let's see. Alright, those two can be re-glued. Just grab another piece of paper right now and do it. Right. Let's make sure that it's on the right side now. Oof. No, we just go for it. I'm going to try and cut that out now. Obviously when I cut it out, my glue is not going to be in the right space. But it's fine because I'm going to sew. If I wasn't sewing, then obviously I would have cut those out and put the glue in the right place. Okay, let's try that again. That's going to be nice because these are going to be a little bit thicker then. Yep. I'm just going to cut this up now. I might even do that because obviously the magazine page is quite flimsy. And then this is just normal copy paper. Just smush that flat nicely. Okay, maybe those two. I don't know. I feel like I'm running out of steam now. Let me put those two up there. this thumb's starting to hurt again, so my uncle is going to help my gran out with watching YouTube. I've sent him the link to Granadilla's playlist for her journal, so at least she can actually see me making these things for her. I think she'll enjoy that. So let's just cut this off again, cut this down. It really sounds like he's watching some sort of American sports. I'm very curious. Just like I said, I think it's probably going to be baseball. He loved his baseball. He coached and ran some of the clubs, and yeah. Like I said, I didn't really know that baseball was a thing in South Africa, at least. Or in America, you kind of expect that. Anyways, I'm jabbering. Okay, let me go and finish these up off camera, and I shall do a reveal and stick this into Gran's journal with you guys in a mo. Okay, back again. I thought I pressed the start button again to record, and I actually stopped it. Oops. But anyways, I'll just smush the two videos together as I do sometimes. Okay, there we go. So there's my second little secret garden with its slanted little pockets. Let's see if I got it right this time. So little cheeses can go in there. Oh, nice, nice. And then, look, there's pansies. Oh, I love pansies. They're my favorite flowers. So I'm so glad I actually grabbed those ones. It wasn't even intentional. There we go. There's my other little pocket. Oh, that's working much better. And another little pocket. I've got to actually see where they are. You can barely see them. Here we go. If I can go in there. It's fitting in there nicely. I'm just moving them up and down to make sure. And I'm sure I've skipped one. I'll put the pansies on the top there. Pansies go in the top. Yeah. Lovely. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Apparently there's only 4 pockets in there. Why did I think there was 5, guys? And I did an extra one of these anyways. Oh well. So what we can do is just load extras in there. Why not? Let's maybe even do like this. Let's put this one in here, and that one in there. I mean, you can go ahead and fill as many as you want to. I can go and cut some more out and put them in there if I wanted to, which I might do. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's put that one in that way. There we go. There's my secret garden pocket things. Alright, now which page did I have it on? Did I have it on the blue one? I think I did, because I've measured. Yes, that's where it's going to live, on there. Wonderful, let's glue it in. Let's take these out, because I'm sure this one's now stuck down nicely. That one's very cool. That one came out really nicely. I'm quite impressed. Impressed. This one, there we go. I'm going in with the hexaglue glue. Oh gosh, this thing is getting a bit out of hand. I'm going to just put a clip in there so I can remember where I was. I don't know if you guys can see me now. I've just pushed my fan all over the place there. Uh-oh. I think a little one doesn't want to go to sleep. Shame. I love how they call me, the little one calls me Mouse. Mouse. So Mouse is like a family nickname I've had all of my life. So I've always been Mouse, Candy Mouse, Mouse, Mousy. So it's kind of stuck. And now I'm Granny Mouse, but they just call me Mouse. And I think it's so cute. or Sammy calls me Mouse. Mouse, nom 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 nom. There, Mouse, nom 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 nom. Juice, Mouse, come. So cute, so cute. His talking's coming along so nicely. For an 18-month-old, he is such a clever little thing. Okay, there we go. Let's stick that in. Kind of center it a little bit. I think that's great. There we go. I'm just going to use the clips to hold it for now. Come back to it later and I'm sure it's going to be glued down just right. Let's put that one there. One over there. I'm sure Grant's going to love the fact that these came from her old gardening magazines. There we go. And yep. There we go. There you have it. Okay, I'm happy. I've done 2, so that's great. Another 2 to go, and then another. Look what I forgot to do. Another 2 of those smaller journals. Now I had a little packet somewhere where I've got some really cool clips. Now do you think I can find it? Anyways, let me faff for that. Oh, there it is. So I say let me faff for that later. But I knew I had 2 on my table here. Should we do a little piggy? I love the little piggy. How cute is that? Oh, I really like these. This came off from somewhere where it kept flapping onto me. Was it where I put my secret garden? Yes, indeed. It was where I had the secret garden. So, somehow or another, I need to kind of clip this. But I don't know. But for now, what I do want to do is just clip it closed this way. The little piggy. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Just so at least it stays there. Happiness. Okay guys, well that's it. There's my secret gardens for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for sticking around and watching. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. God bless. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye for now.